Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Parentrepreneurs here back for our Sunday recording.
Yep.
For this week's topic, we'll be talking about...
So for this topic, we're going to be talking about what to avoid when starting your business. So last week we put in a poll on Instagram. There was two topics that we wanted to talk about. So the first topic was our 5-year plan and what to avoid when starting your business. So we're gonna be talking about that today, and hopefully you guys learn something.
Yeah, so before we get started, of course, subscribe to our channel, please. Our button is down below.
Yeah.
Also follow us on all of our social media platforms, so Instagram, Facebook, you name it. YouTube, it will help with our social media algorithm and bring us to the top. Hopefully we can get this trending, our channel trending. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like this video, hit the notification bell, subscribe, and yeah, I think
we'll start the
we'll start talking now.
Yeah, well,
so the first topic that we'll be talking about today is to avoid mixing your personal finances with your business finances.
Yeah, so that's very important because when we started our business venture, we just had everything in one bank account. And for me, because I was managing the finance, it was very, very confusing.
Yeah, because you weren't able to determine like where the transactions were going.
Yeah.
And that's why bookkeeping is really important, is because you want somebody to manage where the transactions are going, where your money's going out and where it's coming in, right?
Yeah.
So that's essential to managing your business.
Just separating your personal finance and your business finance, because most of the time when I was, doing some transactions, especially for the business, when we were buying something maybe from Amazon or when we were buying something online, I wasn't sure if I bought that because it was for personal use or if it was for business use. So when it comes to your monthly bookkeeping, you don't remember, so you would kind of consult each other. It's like, hey, do you remember me doing this transaction? Was this personal use or was this business use? Yeah,
and it gets confusing, and you want to avoid complication of having to look for receipts and stuff, especially during tax season.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be looking for receipts during tax season when you're trying to run a business. So it's important to keep your business and your personal finance separate, guys.
Yeah.
And what we recommend is to go to your bank, and they can usually give you some good business account that you can open up. Yeah. So yeah, we definitely recommend doing that.
Yes, and if you guys have a chance, try to also, because at the very beginning it's going to be hard to open up a credit card account for your business, because that's what we noticed, because they were saying that we had to be in business for at least 6 months or a year to qualify for it. But just remember, if you guys do have a credit card, it's gonna be very, very helpful, especially when you're buying stuff online, because now you can use your credit card to buy things, so that it's a lot easier, and instead of you using your personal credit card, you can use your business credit card.
Another thing too that we've experienced is to go to a bank that already works with you, because we ventured out into a bank that we didn't have any connections with at all, and getting approved was a headache.
Very.
And they were making it difficult for us as well. But we went to, so the alternative was to go to a bank that we are already dealing with where we have our mortgage and stuff like that. And it was so much easier to deal with them, and they actually, they didn't look down at us, because at the time at the other bank we had the kids with us, and it was just I think maybe because we were young, I'm not sure, but
they didn't take us seriously. So that's what it came down to. It was just like, we kept on trying to open up this account, this business account, and then we were just going in circles. Then we were like, oh, you know what, maybe we'll just go to the banks that we normally go to. And when we did that, it was so much easier.
So story time over. The second thing that we want to talk about is doing too much too soon.
What we realized when we started, with our business, we noticed that we wanted to do everything. Because if we do everything ourselves, we know that it's going to be very, very good.
The quality is going to be higher.
Yeah,
you'd expect, because you're doing it yourself,
yeah,
that the quality is going to be higher.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't realize that it's just going to be more time consuming.
Yeah.
When you can just outsource it.
Yeah, because we thought that, like, you know, nobody can do better than us. Like we're the best at this, right? And I think entrepreneurs kind of have that mentality at the very beginning. It's like, okay, I can do everything myself, and you want to basically be in control and tackle everything, right?
Yeah.
And what we realized that from when you're starting out, you have to be able to kind of like slow down. Don't go too fast, because if you go too fast, you're basically wanting to get the results right away, and you're not going to get that, because like it's so complicated starting a business.
Yeah, and it takes away your time and your focus on what you can actually do with your business.
And also, what I wanted to say too, guys, is that when you're starting your business, it's gonna be a long-term play. It's not gonna be a short-term. So this is more of a marathon and not a sprint.
Whoa. So the third thing we wanted to talk about is expectations. So the expectation that you think people will buy from you right away. And this is actually like a really good story, because when we opened up our website, we're just like, we started our social media, we opened up our website, and we're just like, okay, opening day, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Our website is gonna be probably it's gonna crash because there's so many people that are gonna come and buy our products and services, right? And what happened was there was 0 people that bought from our website when we first launched it. So it was pretty sad.
Yeah.
But I mean, now we learned that even though you have your social media presence and you also have your website, people are not just gonna come to you because you have all those in place. It doesn't matter if you have a better products or services with your against your competitors.
Yeah.
The number one thing that we realized that you have to market very, very well, because you have to take that kind of like market share. It's like, you think about it, it's like, why
would anyone go to you?
Anybody go to you when somebody's already there and already established a relationship?
Well, one thing too is you have to be really good at closing people. And one of the ways you can do that is usually through face-to-face when you're starting out.
Yeah.
And when you're doing it face-to-face, you're more likely to close a deal and build a relationship from the get-go. And then once you start building the traction with the face-to-face, then you can see, like, over time, you're gonna have them referring to other people. And once that starts building, like, it's like a snowball effect. So once they start referring, then other people refer, and then all of a sudden your business will get to that level where you don't have to market as much anymore.
And there's different ways to acquire clients, right? So the number one that is very effective is face-to-face or referrals. So that's the number one thing that you guys want to focus on when you're starting out your business. Then once you guys have that handled down, then what you can do is now you can branch off on different platforms to advertise your business, because it's gonna get very, very expensive once you start running ads for your business. Like, that could be for, like, you know, traditional marketing, where maybe you do video ad, you do banners and stuff like that. So it's gonna cost money, right? But with referrals, you know, it's word of mouth, and it's the cheapest way and the most effective way to market yourself.
And also, when you're learning how to close in person, you kind of get a feel for how people's emotions get into play. And with that emotions, you can actually turn it into copywriting. So you know how a process works. Now you can apply it to writing, and then you can apply it to your digital advertising. So that's why we recommend, like, if you're trying to sell your services, try to do it face-to-face. If you can do it face-to-face, you can do it online, no problem.
Just remember, once you have that kind of down, you have to understand the customer buying cycle. The very first step in a customer buying cycle is awareness. And what does that mean? So what that means is you have to introduce your buyers to your brand and what the solution that you offer. Because if you can do that, even knowing that they're not going to buy from you, but having that kind of awareness of your brand, they might consider that down the future. So just sending, you know, awareness messages to your brand will help you generate more leads.
And the second thing is consideration. So people need to see why they should go to you. So the best way to do that is through reviews or maybe past experiences from other clients. Another way is to maybe do video reviews too.
Video reviews, very
and
important.
you can have that all listed on your Facebook page. You can have it on Google. Like there's Yelp. There's so many outlets out there that you can utilize so that you can list your reviews and get that word of mouth more on a positive note, right?
Yeah, and even let's say that referrals and people are referring you and people are talking about you like
in normal conversation.
Like in normal conversation, that would be very effective because now people are gonna be considering you, especially if their friends are recommending you, right? For your like in your business, saying that hey, this company does really great work and you should check them out. Now they're gonna start considering you, and from there they're gonna check out what you're all about, what services you offer, and etc.
Another thing too, as a business owner, I hate to say this, like a lot of people hate to do like public speaking and getting out there and stuff like that, but it's necessity. Like you as a business owner need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to sell your products and services so that they know that your face is connected to your brand.
That's right.
And we've seen that even in our personal experience. Like for me, when I go out now, like people notice me. They recognize me as the face of Memorable Creations and the marketing girl. It's so funny because like yesterday this happened in class. One of my classmates came up to me and said, hey, I saw you in an ad. And I was like, what? And he took a screenshot of the Facebook ad that we were running. And I was just like, wow, this is like insane that Facebook ads is targeting my classmate. You know what I mean? So,
it's so powerful.
Yeah, as a business owner, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to show people why they should purchase from you, and you have to be the face of your company.
Yeah, and the more personal you are with your brand to your clients or your customers, the more transparent you are, then the more likely to build trust with them, and they're gonna buy from you. So basically, going through that funnel, we have the awareness at the very top, then the second one is consideration, then now we're gonna be talking about the third one, purchase step. So with the purchase step, that's where you offer a deal or you offer a free trial, because once you can give them a taste of what your service or what your products is, then it's more likely they're gonna close and more likely they're gonna come back.
One of the things to take into consideration when it comes to the purchasing step is that a lot of entrepreneurs don't want to do this because they feel like it's just a short-term thing and they don't see it for the long term. Like this is actually a relationship that you're going to build on, and offering that service or that product for free is essential so that you can build that long-term, I guess, trust and commitment, right? Especially if you're offering a service that is related to like a really long time or like a monthly subscription. You want to provide the free trial so that they know, oh, okay, this is what it's going to be like. So to recap what we just talked about, we talked about 3 things. The first thing is to avoid mixing your personal finance and your business finance together. Make it separate. Second thing is not to do too much too soon.
Because if you do that, you're gonna get overwhelmed and you're gonna exhaust yourself and overextend. And once you do that, guys, it's gonna be very, very difficult to stay on track, because like imagine when you're like running, right? You're running and you're sprinting, and if you don't realize it's a marathon, you're gonna give up right away. So just gotta consider it that way, that it's a long haul, it's a marathon.
The last thing is to expect that people will buy your product right away. Product or service.
They're not gonna do that.
You gotta prove it. You gotta have evidence. You have to have a reason.
Why they should go to you.
So that's it for this week's video. Hopefully this was informative for you guys. It was for us making this, right?
Definitely. I mean, like our past experience, hopefully we can teach you that having your own business is not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of capital when you start out. It's going to take a lot of time, resources and commitment. Not many people might consider entrepreneurship, but we just want you to kind of get familiarized on what to expect, because if you can expect what's gonna happen down the road,
then you won't be
then
as disappointed.
you won't be as disappointed, and you can maneuver quickly.
Yeah, and adapt.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's it. Again, follow us on our Facebook, our Instagram, on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. Like this video.
Like.
And until next time, we'll put up a poll on our Instagram.
Yeah.
That's where we usually put a poll up on our Instagram stories. So
Yeah.
if you want to be in charge of what we talk about next, definitely check out our Instagram. And until then, we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week. Take care.